Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashim. This is today's back training workout. I did weighted pull-ups and Eric Troy's row medley. It's volume block. I know with my intensity work when I was doing heavy doubles and triples and singles mostly, I faced a lot of criticism from a lot of you guys saying that my reps aren't complete. But hey, I'm gonna make up for that stuff. This is volume block week 1. I think I will do 3 to 4 weeks of volume training. I got 23 reps with 45 pounds added to me. This is the first set. I really decided to push the envelope on this in this workout. Last night's deadlift workout, I'm glad I pulled out when I did. I owe so much to Eric because he told me while I was training. I happened to send him a message on Facebook saying, "Hey, should I continue doing those last 2 sets that I'm supposed to do?" I mean, I can easily bite the pain and just do it, but he warned me, no, it's not worth it. So stop, and I'm glad I stopped. I have in these last 16 hours. So the gap between the ending of my deadlift workout and the beginning of this workout is 16 hours, and within those 16 hours, I have slept for probably 5 hours, and I've iced my back 4 to 5 times, and there was no pain. I can touch my toes without any. There's no pain in the range of motion. I was very. I really wanted to do barbell rows, but then I decided against it because there's no need to aggravate this injury at all, and this is the fastest way that it's going to resolve itself, I think. So the way the row medley works, I just want to get all this explanation out of the way first. The way the row medley works is you go from an exercise that's most technical with the least amount of weight to an exercise that is least technical and I can use the most amount of weight. So in that order, I did high to low pulley rows, and they're gonna come up later. I know the weighted pull-up sets are going on right now, and oh hey, this is gonna be a set where I do 3 reps where I'm trying to pause at the top. So that's one. I didn't pause because I forgot what I was supposed to do. But the second 2 reps I paused. See, there's a slight pause, and then the third rep there's gonna definitely be a pause at the top. Yeah. And then I did a body weight set of 12 reps. I could have done 15, but I didn't want to push myself. Oh, and as a warning, my dog might bark, in which case I apologize for that noise, but he's a bit excited right now. I've just come home from this workout actually. I still have to ice my back again tonight, but I'll do that later. As I was saying, I did high to low cable rows. Back to what I was saying. So high to low cable rows. I did Facepulls, and I did regular seated cable rows, and I did machine rows. For all these exercises, there are 3 sets in total. Each exercise has 3 sets. First 2 sets are regular straight sets, not DC style straight sets, just regular normal sets, and then the last set is a drop set. It's a bit complicated, but I got a lot of volume in. All the drop sets are only 1 tier down, so it's basically 2 mini sets if you want to call it that. I didn't do a 3rd mini set or a 4th one just because I'm not sure how my body will handle this. But a few hours after this workout and my back is already extremely sore. If I raise my hands and try to touch the ceiling, I can feel my back muscles. So that's pretty cool. It's a good bodybuilding type workout. Speaking of which, normally for strength training, I don't think that muscle is all that important. I think it's overrated in the sense that everyone makes a big hoo-ha out of it, but it's not really that important. I think most people, even with poor nutrition, can still manage to lift a lot of weight, and they can maintain it for a while. But because of my injury and injuries in general, I have come to rely on the fact, and I know that this is purely anecdotal, and I don't have, this is extremely anecdotal as an example, but I'm sure that I'm not the only one on this planet or in the history of humanity who's going through this. I'm sure there are other people who've also gone through this before, and I think that the more injured you get, or whatever more injuries you accumulate, I think it should be not a primary focus, but it should be more than just something that happens to be a byproduct of your strength training. But you got to focus a little bit on hypertrophy. You want to get stronger, and you want to get a little bit bigger to compensate for all of these problems. Because as my friend, who's my training partner Kanishk, who's moved now out of the city, and he has his own channel with his own videos. But if you've been watching my videos for a while, you will have seen my 3rd training partner. So my brother, he has said that because of my injuries, normally ligaments get affected, or at least the lower back injury that I had initially was near that area, near the ligament. See, then my dog goes barking. I apologize. So he said that because these ligaments get worn out or whatever, training in regular training it's okay, but because there's an injury and there's a problem that exists right now, to compensate for that, the surrounding muscles have to be strengthened in order for them to carry the load. And with my deadlift video from last night, you guys can see that, because from the looks of it, if I hadn't told you all that, hey, I'm hurt and I'm hurting in this set, you'd never come to know. All of my reps are smooth, 455 there was no pain in the beginning, so I can't really talk about that. But after my 495 single, when I did 455 for 3 and 455 for 3 again, the second set of 455 for 3, there was definite pain. So if I didn't tell you guys that there was pain, you guys wouldn't know, because my form isn't suffering, because all the other surrounding muscles are taking on that load. And the pain was right from rep number 1. So it wasn't like on the last rep of my last set. It was the first rep of my last set. And that last set would not have been my last set if Eric hadn't told me that, hey, there's no need to push it. Biting the pain and just plodding along is not gonna help you in the long run. So these are the drop sets, by the way, what you're seeing right now. It's another drop set. Next week when I do this, I'm going to reduce the volume a little bit, just because I don't think that is possible. I have another theory. I'm talking a lot about theories today. I have a theory that if you're someone like me, or rather because I don't have my diet is good, as in it's better than most people. I have a lot of protein, but then again, my carbs are all shit. The quality is very bad, all sugary stuff. But I try to mix up with, I do have my oatmeal and stuff like that. So there are good carbs, but there are a lot of bad carbs as well. My point is, because my diet is not very consistent in the sense that from a mass gaining perspective, because of that, I don't want to always push myself really, really hard on these volume workouts, because sometimes this stuff can backfire, and all of a sudden when I'm doing deadlifts or something heavy, I'll develop fatigue or whatever, and then it'll just lead to some complications in terms of performance. I don't know what's going on under the hood, and I can't get into that. But in terms of performance, I don't want to have to think that, oh, hey, because I push the envelope on these workouts week after week after week after week, all of a sudden my deadlift workouts are suffering or whatever. I don't want to risk it. So I have no idea how this is going to pan out, and that is why next week I'm going to do 2 sets. First set is going to be a regular straight set. Second set will be a 3 or 4 tier drop set. Let me see. I'll have to figure it out, and depending on how the workout goes. A lot of this drop set stuff is just based on going by feel, exactly like how bodybuilders train. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for today. These are machine rows. I haven't done these ever in this gym, and they're okay. I really overloaded it. I should have taken something a little lighter, but my back was pumped as hell, so I didn't really care. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you.